Alright. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. That last episode was kind of like long, but this time we're gonna hear some testimony. Let's get on with it. I know nothing really happened at the beginning, but I forgot this game starts out very, very slow. Okay, Judge, don't look at me like that. I'm gonna press. Let's go. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of most acrobatic afternoon. Here we go. Witness testimony. What the witness saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particular fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. I heard that. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious absconded precious curio. Well, that said a bunch of nothing. Well, Sergeant Nosa actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim? Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. What is that noise? The cruel and unforgivable enemy. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in broad daylight. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryonsky? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Black? Or with milk? I prefer, actually, with some milk. I don't know. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English maid gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Whoa. Look at that. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang! This music is kind of epic. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot how kind of epic this music is. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue to who that criminal was. There is. Ryusuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Oh yeah, that's right. We don't know what that is. Do it! Now! Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. Bonk. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony to the court has just heard eliminates an investigate of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of the trial. Yes! Say objection, bro. It's objection. Objection. OBJEC. What is the name of the emperor? What in the name of the emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense. The man is right to cross-examine. Cross-examination. I read that wrong. Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know? Bonk. The prosecution objects. This is clearly a waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out the cross-examination? Objection! There you go. That's what you're supposed to say. The defense is asserting its right to cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it. It's irrelevant. Cosmo is commanding. Bonk. Very well, then. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witness. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunsky. Yes, press everything, as I known to do for everything. But I don't even know what I have to do in the cross-examination. Just press stuff. It's not... You have to expose the lies in the witness's statement. How? He didn't fire the gun, which means that the soldier said... what the soldier has said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Oh, damn. Now let's get Ryunsky. Don't let them beat you. Let's go. Oh, okay. the slaps of his is like, all right, then. It's all or nothing. God, he's so... Just the slapping, not the hitting. All right. Ooh, here we go. What the witness saw. All right. I was suggesting a relation. Let's press this.
Yes.
Yes. Buddy, why aren't you saying anything? Is this some new interrogation technique? I hadn't actually thought of what I wanted to ask. Just ask about anything that catches your attention, anything that bothers you. Alright then. This beef steak you mentioned. I like how I'm raising my hand like I'm in class. You know, like, hey teacher, pick me. What kind of food is that? Tenshun. Beef steak is delicious cut of veal vigorously cooked on the cast iron grill and served piping hot. Oh. If food could receive medals of honor, beef steak would be almost as highly decorated as it cuddled or whatever. Right, I see. Thank you, sir. So next question. Yes? This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Oh my gosh. Tenshun! Cutlet is delicious cut of veal tossed in breadcrumbs and deep fried in cooking oil. Accept your guilty verdict, atone for your crimes, and when you release from try it. Did I hear the voice again? Yes, sir, on the double, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to the questions that are relevant to the case? Oops, sorry. I'll do my best. I just like pressing all of this. So next question. Oh my gosh. Is it just me, or do you keep hearing a sort of wah crying noise? Negative! Yep, there it is. I heard it. You guys heard it right, too. Well, at least we've learned that he's a big beef lover. Affirmative. It's not easy knowing what questions to ask. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of this particular... Yeah, this thing.
Yes!
Hold it! Or, yes! I just raised my volume a little bit, sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. Koban boy. Koban? You mean an old Edo coin? The day prior to the incident, a treasure of exceptional value from the Hoi period entered my possession. I took myself to the restaurant the following day with the said item secreted in my bosom pocket. You mean like here? I'm like touching my breast. Don't worry about it. In the hope of a affiliate cognizant appraised of its indisputable value being present. So, you were hoping to sell your Koban coin to Sergeant Nosa, whom you met at the restaurant. Yes. It's quite clear where you're going with this, boy. You were about to assert that a penniless soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious Koban. Is that so? Well, you little upstart cadet. You want to add disrespecting a superior officer to your list of crimes, do you? Blatant insubordination. No, I didn't say anything. Although penniless might just be the word I was looking for. Burn. In any case, the hour of the already advanced beyond that of midday Lucian? There remain precious few presents with whom I engage in discourse about matter of business. The gentleman beside me, who was grappling with his raised veil at the time, was my sole prospect. I see. At the precise moment a firearm was discharged, I observed the enemy's action with my very own eyes. Yes! Alright. So, you're saying that you actually saw me at that time? Affirmative! I saw you, laughing, cackling, like a madman as you trained the barrel of your gun to the English civilian. Slaps. I like look at myself like, did I do that? But that's impossible. Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over the victim's table. And so what if it was? Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't, in fact, see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Arg! And double arg. Arg. I'm a pirate now, apparently. My sixth sense. Sorry? Bruce Willis? My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet. Bro, you are not Goku or whatever who you think you are. Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I have got what I am today in the army? I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Bro, I heard the wah again. Well, it would seem the soldier's absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed. This is not good. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I mean, if I think about it, if you think about it right now, I could probably present something right now, right? The photographic print that shows the victim, he was shot from the front in the chest. I don't even need to like press him anymore. So, let's just do it. Why not? Yes. Ryunsky? Hello? Excuse me. Oh, he's sweating. Why are you sweating? Ouchie? No one's got anything to say. Even the judge is like, what's going on? What's happening? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. That's right. In the back? I mean, yes, there's clearly inconsistency here. What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. Like Eminem. Now, I'm trying to, like, remember the lyrics, but I can't. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in the grand courtroom. Arg, this is so frustrating. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, hello. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out, it would be an insult to the court. Ooh, look at the music. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? It appears from a single glance of the photographic print presented in the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. Point that finger at him. What? Sergeant Iesa Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Yes! But no! That just can't be. Why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from the bullet wound to the chest. Ah! Sergeant, according to your witness's statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, hello. What's that little thing? Hello. Well, just, yeah. What was that? What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Oh, Nosa. I just got it just now. He didn't see Nosa. Get it? Yes, sir. This conjuncture that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were goo goo gaga. Looks like there's a baby there. Firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yesa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simply there is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this great courtroom, bro. Yeah! Here we go. Now we're getting some stuff done. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial just from that one discrepancy. Look at him go. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. Haha. But I definitely saw him. That university kid there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes! It's objection. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself? I have, already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Looking for, whatever fell. Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Oh my gosh, indeed! The horror can come on, my prize coin! On each occasion when I visit the restaurant, it is my habitude to place in the bosom of pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute? In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. They under scrutiny. It was to the military man that I preferred my holy treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was present with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest moments, jeez, he pulled his beard. What happened there? It was there no more. It simply vanished. The koban vanished. Hunting around the table I was in case it had fallen there, and then it happened. Whoa! I always get startled by that gun. You heard the gunshot. You mean? Indeed. But I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my son holy treasure. Nothing could. Oh my gosh! That back off, bro. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious holy koiban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. I'm assuming he means you? I think I have an idea what happened. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, prosecution, Aochi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have led a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witness have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will be abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. Bonk. The equally despicable defendant, Ryusuke Naruto. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Man, I'm getting hungry. Oh, it's bad. Ugh. Very well. The court here invites the witness to testify again. He will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kuroko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Cute baby. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family. The rise upon up through the ranks, surname Ido. It would seem those straps are a sign of Sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ido. Tension. Is that his name? Your father. Oh my gosh, look at this spin wheel. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Oh, ew. No, nasty. Ugh. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. I guess he's keeping him entertained. Witness's testimony. Again, the true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was charged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the back. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out! Okay, seems like that's about it. These testimonies are certainly... Yeah, well, wait! That's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman! There was a young woman at his table. Dude, we got another Dahlia situation going on here? That bitch. Anyway, you must... whoever she was... you must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Whoa! If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Just checking the time. I might need to, like, stop this for a bit. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Oh, steak. Why are you showing me steak? I'm getting hungry. Woo! Indeed. Of the table of which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Arg! This doesn't make any sense. The court will now add this new photographic evidence to the record. Boop. Got evidence. 22 minutes. I'm getting tired and hungry. I don't think I got reason, though. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw the woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. Oh, this reminds me of the case of, like, Très Bien. I think that is what they're trying to go for. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on the time after. The witness's testimony we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that Taketsuchi Auchi will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. Oh no, look at him! He has the same sprite as Phoenix. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunsky. It's not over yet. Look at it. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth. In your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examination of witness, but make it quick. Understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Hang on, let me check something. We could go a little bit longer. The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was charged, it's almost the same thing. No, it's not. Also, stop it with a yes. No, it's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Okay. I can't tell because you're wearing glasses. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. I mean, you could be saying that as a lie. You know, I don't know. So there you have it. Have what? Attention! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all. Don't you? Grr. And let us not forget that the antique dealer witnessed the accused in the most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korekuta-san? He's not saying anything. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the black. That much I can see myself. Hang on. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time, but I've told you already. That's only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could have explained it. I had just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang! Look at the bangs, man. A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. What are you, Yoda? Sorry, what do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas, oh geez, that's a knife. Yo, bro, I don't think you're supposed to have a knife. Bro, hey, hello. Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the kaban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of our premises at the time confirmed that we were the only person present. Yes! You must have noticed something else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. Oh my gosh. Objection! As you have been at pains at point out timing. Hang on. As you have been at pains to point out timing and again, I think there's something wrong there, but I feel like I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Arg! Turning into a pirate. Arg! If only there had been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and diner in any restaurant. I know, of course, that place was almost empty. It's what you would expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I eat at like 2. What the hell is wrong with you? I eat at, actually I should eat soon. It's like 12 right now. Anyway. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim wasn't eating all that time, eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was? Oh, hello. This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hotter clinic? Oh no. Hotter clinic? Oh, this brings back. Not the hottie clinic. Oh, yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th of November, noon at past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation could be more simple. Oh, it's saving. I don't know if you saw that in the corner. It just auto-saved in the corner. Well, that's gonna be good, I guess. I don't know. The prosecution felt, I don't know if that happened before and I was just not paying attention, but yeah, anyway. The prosecution felt no need to submit the evidence before, as it really has no bearing on this case. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it would be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered in the courtroom as evidence if you think it will be useful. Should I ask Dr. Wilson's medical report to submit evidence or not? You know what? Better not. Ask for it to be submitted. I always say in cases like this, yes, you should put more evidence on the table. Even if it's bad, just have more evidence just so that if anything happens, just put it on there. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report to be submitted as evidence to Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard a conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence will be extraneous. Not to mention, the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are no concern.
Objection!
Jesus. Whoa! I always get frightened when he does that. Whether or not they are of no concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a particular valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Bro, no. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. The victim's medical report card has been entered in the court record. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if it seems to be irrelevant. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witnesses' testimony leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused Korakuta-san. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. This is a different day. So, where were we? Korakuta. Indeed. Alone. He was Englishman dining. Oh yeah, I don't need to do voices. But I'll press or yes him, I should say.
Yes!
So, you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. Sir? Could you please, tell me what you were doing? That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. Sorry about that. I had to eat, and, last time, and now this is a new day, and other stuff happened, but now we're here anyway. I'm thinking about it. So, the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. I see, a steak all by itself. As can clearly see, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. Well, a lot of things could happen with that. Just no. Just no. Alright, anyway. Kazuma's thinking. What are you thinking about, bro? Oh, shoot. Antiques dealer. The sergeant and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But, if so, then why? That's the real question. If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Like, none whatsoever. Therefore, no one else other than that black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Well, we'll just press on this.
Yes!
I hate that he says yes. I don't remember when he starts saying objection, but it's pretty soon. We're still at the beginning, so lower yourselves down a bit. Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. There was another woman. There was the one. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Alright. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, those whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. Let me check something. Do we have this? I can examine this. Can I examine this? Kitchen, magnifying glass. No, I thought you could flip it over like Apollo Justice. Whoops. Medical report. Let's just go back. Anyway, the waiter whose testimony the court heard earlier clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Mr. Guy spewing out blood. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent on this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. I don't think I have that. Bang! And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is blatant waste of court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. Cosmo thinking. Alright, now what? Excellent work, Ryonsku. We've gleaned, I've never seen that word used, some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see the medical report you got there. Oh, you mean this? I tried to examine that, but it didn't say shit. Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Thank you. Can I do that? I've been wanting to do that forever. Yeah, you'll notice this, some pieces of evidence bear the magnifying glass. Yes, I know. These are the ones you may examine. Yeah, I know. I did that literally a while ago on the wrong thing, though. All right. Anyway. Oh shoot. I have my Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. Use up. Oh. I see. I missed that. I missed that. I could not do that last time. To rotate the evidence in all directions, examine it from all angles, even the crevices. I mean, what? Oh yeah, right. And there's this thing too. Man, I forgot how complex this is. All right, you can move the crosshair around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. And then if the crosshair starts to pulsate. What is it? A freaking pulse gun? Press A to investigate further. Pulsate. I'm thinking of Dead Space and stuff like that now. Playing the Callisto Protocol currently as well too. So partner, I think you should take a closer look at the medical report. See if there's something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I'll use blah 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 blah. Right, up, left, right, down, right, left, right, B, A, start, select, all that stuff, and press A. Yeah, okay. Okay, we got that. Name's John Wilson. Hello, what is this? Why is this folded? I want to investigate this, though. What is this? It says Hada Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Same, my dad's exactly the same way. And so do I. I don't like going to the doctor. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life, and I remember even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. Brr, I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Wow, he really hates it. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. I've had a couple. One more serious than the other one, although nothing bad happened from that anyway. I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. As I saw, what does it say? It just says the record number. I really want to just click on that, but we'll inspect this. What does this say? It looks like this medical report card first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment. That's why with a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can't imagine going to the doctor. I mean, as long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one. Wow, this dude really hates how. What if this doctor was a cute lady? Never mind. Well, if you're dead, there's no point. There'd be no point, so you don't like doctors then. Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. They give you painful injections. And then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. All when you're at your lowest ebb. You know what? This guy has a point. American doctors are like that. Some of them are nice. Others are garbage. I had a really nice doctor, though. Anyway, you sound like a model patient with a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which... Oh. I got an award. I didn't get this last time. See, new stuff happens when you record. Alright, let's get on with the obvious and check this out. Open this up. Hello, what's this? Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. And there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Look at that. Extraction of molar. You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they use laughing gas. I don't know if you heard that. Sorry about that. That's most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard also this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. There's a cautionary There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. So that seems a little bit weird, right? Really? Sounds like an information worth bearing in mind. The medical report card's information has been updated in the court record. Cool. With this new information, the meaning of one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Okay, now I just gotta remember which testimony it is. Even I saw it was the first moment, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's this one. He has pointed a gun for a man. He was that young lad. Da, 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 da. I did so myself. Furthermore, a visual search premises at the time confirmed that there were only 2 personnel present. Indeed, alone he was. The Englishman was dining by himself. Therefore, no other black. Actually, I don't know which one I should. Should I? Oh, jeez, I don't remember if I have to present something. No, hang on. Even if what I saw was in the precise moment, if I remember. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man. He was the young lad in black. That much I can see myself. Whoops, I went too far. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Do I have to oh man, I don't remember how you do I could have sworn they said a statement about him eating. Dining. Oh, maybe it's this one. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman dining all by himself. Should I present it here? Sure, why not? Fuck it. Yes! There you go. Nice! I remembered. Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could. But first and foremost, here I'm the accused. Ryunsky. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Like me, all the time. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Cosmo. I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposely. I mean, he's just raising his hand because he's a student, but, whatever. You knew exactly what it was you wanted it to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Does he do a thing here that I remember? Alright, anyway. Kurikuta-san. This is a medical report and report card belonging to the victim. Oh my gosh, report card. Ugh, days. I see. And, I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Oh, did I do that? Something clearly doesn't add up. Objection! Dear me. Dear me. Dear me. Have you forgotten my words as soon as you... Amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But, let's see if I can explain it in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, remember, Runsky, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Yeah, just show the freaking information right in front of his face like that. Just shove it right in his face, down his throat or something. Anyway. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong the trial further. The witness's testimony to the court has been clear and concise. I feel like there should be a period in between some of those. That's probably why I'm getting mixed up as well too. This medical report has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides his pale-faced pupil who could... Oh, jeez. Oh, I didn't even finish. Bro, now he's getting ready. This medical report card has nothing to do with this case. Do you really believe that? What? That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Well, buddy, let me show you. Perhaps Hada Clinic, which issued the first report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating... Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't be. Kurikuta-san. What boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. Oh, that's a big one. That can't possibly be true in this case. Grrr. Arg. Because the victim, as we know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic. Arg! Look at the music, too. It's expertly done, partner. Let's go. Objection! Oh, what are you going to object now? What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? Bum, 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 bum. These are baseless accusations. Just look at the photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Objection! Oh! Was that? Oh, no, that was me. Cosmo, use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? Dumbass. No, can I imagine you can say that in court? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in the restaurant's case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunsky? Oh, yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? Boom. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. I'm assuming if you're gonna... Counsel? Oh, that's me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Alright, let's see. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been... me! It was me! It was me! The victim himself, the 2 witnesses, and as yet unknown third party. The 2 witnesses clearly weren't eating. I clearly didn't eat it. The victim died and he couldn't eat anything. So, process of elimination is... Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. Objection! Don't you object me, sir. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. Yes! Yes! There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on this table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witnesses' testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at the stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You would take on the government? He's like, bitch, do you think I'm lying? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those 2 witnesses in the stand. Just point that finger at him. Point it. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So if it now turns out that you if it now turns out that the 2 of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, Obviously, you will be charged with perjury. You don't want that. Perjury. And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? No, no, no! Oh, at the same exact time. No! Hold it. Oh, whoa. Whoa! Negative. There was no mention of this at a tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right. As the man says, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's kind of let that slip out, sir. What? Yeah, you heard him. What did you just say? You heard him. Oh, whoa. No, this is just the Jade from Kung Fu Panda or whatever. It looked like that for a second there. Now, hold on, lad. I was, say, you, never saw the gentlewoman. Grr. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? Oh. What? Objection! Don't object me. What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Bum, 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 bum. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Look at that. Looks like they were lying. Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Well, then you're an idiot. Whoa. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator of this murder, are you? He's pulling his hair. I just realized that this can't be happening. Realistically, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. Now, you can say that again. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas of who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence their witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouth shut. Of course, we'll need new evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We just pressed everything. Oh, we need to examine. Oh, here we go. I get to finally examine that piece of evidence I've been wanting to examine. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have. Oh, is it? No, we don't. I remember. We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. Here we go. This is what I've been wanting to do. I knew I had like a feeling to like examine, but I didn't get to the right exact time or whatever. I want answers. If it is proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please wait. Your Excellency. Dude, are you sweating? I had no idea any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. You should be... I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Your Excellency, no time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes to my head. Besides the prosecution, the only person necessary to influence the witness is... Maybe, we should have, It has to be him. There's no one else in here that makes absolute sense. It has to have been Satoru Hosonaga, because otherwise, I'm dumb. And you get to witness my dumbness, so here we go. Yes! Well, surely that would be, Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier? Objection! Poppycock. Can I examine this now, by any chance? Will it let me? Hang on. Examine. Oh, look at that. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga-san. Look at that right there. I wonder if it'll let me do it, or maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have the level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly were... Boom! Come on, Ryusuke. Time to hit the court with the truth. It's this. Hang on. Boom. Let's just look at this. Well, that's unexpected. What is it? Look, do you see? It says the witness's name here is Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yeah, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they're wielding it somewhere here. Oh, look at that! It updated. If I did it the other way, I probably would have screwed myself out of something bad. I'm glad that this game lets you do this. So here we go. Take this as the goddamn identity.
Yes!
Yes! The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question? I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the... It's the back of the card that's interest. I beg your pardon? I kind of threw me off there too. Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes. It's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. I'm so confused, bro. You should just say turn the card around. Turn the card around. Would someone please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san has sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of the business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. That is a mouthful that I just said in the first try. Look at that. What? The waiter is a police detective. I have heard any mention of this before. I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses. They're in the sand. Yep. Was it, in fact, the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen the foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Korokuta? Just hold it. Whoa. Hello? Inspector Hosonagas. Look at that. Oh shit, as soon as he comes up, I'm like coughing my voice. I was worried something like this might happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. That's exactly why you were like a little bit iffy about it. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. That's why he was like, is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. The music, though. But I let myself be distracted when I made the sketch. Up the glasses, since I'm doing so myself too. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say you really are a detective? Excuse me, sorry. Choked on my own throat. He's not saying anything. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Oh my gosh, this music. I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on the point of the court. On one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. Man, I want to stop this soon. I'm already at an hour. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. Buddy? If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses be in agreement. Would that be correct? Dying. Ahem. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Wipe that blood out of your mouth. Okay, that startled me. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim had slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite to the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an English woman. So, the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported this incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Wow, it's in red. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the English woman from the scene at once. Oh, because of the, international treaty thing, right? It was made clear that the English woman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. Alright, at least he's being honest now. But, what if the English woman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Yeah, because of the treaty. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more higher than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil to name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect. Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the phantom woman in this case. But it's not right. So do I win? I forget if this is where it ends, because I remember I'm getting confused with another case in the beginning, but so what happens now? I'm on an hour and 3 minutes in this recording for audio and only 31 minutes. I might have to cut this in between. Maybe when I say I'm back, that might be the cut point. Who knows? One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Cosmo? Or this could be an hour-long video. Who knows? I don't know. What do you mean, Cosmo? I said that twice. Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory is a young English woman. Look at Kazuma. He gives no shits. He's a goddamn whatever you call Sigma male. He's just bring the woman in front. Who cares? What? You're a shrewd man. See, even this guy is he knows who the Sigma is. Look at that. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it would be prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yumi University Medical Faculty. What? What is happening here? Do I get a break? Can I save? I admit that under the orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particular critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. Huh? However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. Thank you, Judge. Don't you object, but Your Excellency. That would mean missing the noon deadline of ruling in the order to send telegraphic report of Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Ugh. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett. I'm trying to see if that's a play on words or what is that of her. And escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem. I mean, if you keel over dead before you bring her, that might be a problem, but okay. Oh, look at him go. He's got nothing will get in my way. Look at him. He's smiling with blood. This man is dedicated to his craft. I still want to know what happened to him. Okay. You good? Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Here we go. Yes. Your Excellency. He's bowing. Look at that. Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Bonk. There we go. So I think this is where we... To be continued. Yeah, oh my gosh. I forgot how long this got. This is only the first episode. I mean, yeah, the first episode of this game. Holy crap. Save your current progress? Absolutely. And guess what? Next time on Phoenix Wright. Holy crap. On Ace Attorney... The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles or whatever. Ace Detective. I forget the name of this movie. Movie? Oh gosh. I'm in the blah blah. Next time, we shall continue with what we're doing. And see ourselves to Trial Part 2. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.